Hello and good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad that you are here. Thank you for your patience. For a hot second there, we weren't sure if this was going to happen or not. Hi, everyone. My name is Stephen Haravia. My pronouns are he, him, his. We are so thankful and so excited that you are joining us. Thanks for being with us. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the audio is working correctly real fast. I'll make sure here. Let's see. Yep, I think we're good. We're all set. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited to be joining you wherever you're at. If you're at home, if you're watching, I don't know, in your bedroom. We know some folks were tuning in on their TV. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I am so excited to be hosting tonight. First off, we want to thank Live Local for giving us the opportunity to do this. Yes, a huge applause. This is the awkward point where we, the few of us that are here this evening, applause, and so we encourage you to do that back home. We also want to thank 9 Bar and Bistro for allowing us to use their space this evening as well. So thank you so much to them. They are a local business here in town as well. What an odd time, right? What a very weird time where we are unable to go into spaces that we normally would, like an art gallery, right? And go and purchase art and go and see shows. It's not happening. And so tonight is very much an honor for myself and for those of us who have been participating. And trust me, we have a wonderful show ready for you. We've got a fashion show. We've got a Meet the Artist segment of the New Moon Art Gallery. And then we also have some performances by some pretty incredible folks this evening. So you'll want to stick around with us for a little bit. But another part that's super crucial to tonight is we have a live auction going on, a nice silent auction. Now, if you go into the description of the video that's right directly below me, you will see a link to something called biddingowl.com. Now, if you go there, if you click on that link below, you'll be able to go into our silent auction portal, and you'll be able to bid on art for the rest of the night. This is going to be things from paintings to sculptures to basically everything that you could think of, and you have the opportunity to bid and purchase stuff. All of the money goes to directly supporting the artists of New Moon Art Gallery, so you want to go ahead and check that out. You can click on the link. You can also go in and take a look at more stuff about the gallery itself, and then you can also register as a buyer for tonight's silent auction. So you want to go to that link down there. We're going to make sure that it's working. And then throughout tonight's show and for a little bit longer, you'll be able to purchase and bid on art that we have going on. So go check that out. If you are on your phone, you will need to go between the site and this live stream. If you are on your computer, open up another window and have us going at the same time. If you're on your TV, watch on your TV and then watch on your device as well, or excuse me, go to the live auction on your device as well so that you could do the two at the same time. Again, I cannot thank you enough for joining us this evening, for tuning in. We are very excited. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in, and we're going to get to meet some of the artists of New Moon Art Gallery, and then we're going to meet one of the artists who is here with us this evening. So here are some of our artists.
I'm Chuck Harmon, and I paint landscapes, I paint abstracts, but a couple of years ago, my wife Alice and I got into poured acrylics. So one day we put this great big piece on the kitchen table. She poured this liquid red onto the surface, and then we had 2 other buckets of paint with the greens and the yellows and the golds, etc. And we thought we were going to create something different, but this happened, which quite often happens when you do poured acrylics. So we liked the design, and I covered it with a resin, and hung it, and it fell off the wall, and it broke this corner. So I took it back to the studio, and we repaired that corner, and we resined it over again, and hung it again, and it broke again. Third time's the charm. We found the right glue for the back of the hanger, and it's been hanging at the moon here for a while, and it's still available for sale. It's called Koi. Can you see the Koi in there?
Hello, my name is Alice. I'm a member here at New Moon Gallery. I started painting before I can even remember. My family was very creative and I just painted. So mostly I do acrylics and I do some oils. I have a studio in my house where I sit and turn on Willie Nelson, and Willie and I paint.
31 years ago, I began watercolors. One of the things I've learned over the years is that I like variety. Variety of subject matter, variety of techniques, and variety of colors. I started painting first with flowers because my teacher, that was her specialty. After that, I went to seasides and a lot of other things up to abstracts at the present time. So my work shows variety, it shows fun, and it shows relaxation. Over the years, I have really enjoyed it.
I think that what inspires me most of all is everything. Everything going on in the world has some kind of an impact on me emotionally, and I think the best way to kind of illustrate that would be showing what I mean by this painting. This piece illustrates a lot of what I'm trying to say about inspiration. I painted this at the onset of the pandemic, and I was really touched by everything going on with myself, my family, my friends, and the world in general. And so I decided I would paint this. I used acrylics and I used my fingertips. And the reason that inspires me so much to use my fingertips is because it feels that I'm having a direct contact from what I'm feeling onto the canvas. This is Shelter from the Storm, and it represents all the unknown and how our world was impacted and affected by the virus. And these little spirits here, as you see, are moving towards the sunflower, which in my symbol of hope. Another thing that really inspires me when I paint is music. I love all kinds of musics. I love lyrics. This painting also represents Shelter from the Storm, written by Bob Dylan. I thought it was a perfect match, and it motivated me more as I used my fingers dipped in acrylics and painted my emotions, what I was feeling.
The process, what part of the process do I most appreciate and enjoy when I'm doing my mosaics? First off, I really love just sort of sitting and imagining what I'm going to create, whether it's a doll or a mirror or a table or a wall hanging. I really like environmental themes. I like the themes around empowerment. I like themes around nature and humans, symbiotic relationship. And then the other process that I really appreciate and enjoy is the puzzle piecing of actually putting the glass to the surface, to the base, and creating it. It feels like I'm creating a puzzle. So those really are the two processes that I most find enjoyable. So
I'm a fiber and textile artist. I do wearable art, or art to wear is what I call it, and also do wall hangings. My favorite part of actually working on my pieces and the process that I go through is gathering the materials. And I am a material woman in the sense that I collect antique beads and buttons and vintage lace and all kinds of yarns. I mean, more yarns than you can ever imagine, barrels of yarns and stacks of old fabrics, new and old. And so my favorite part is just getting them all, gathering them together and deciding what I'm going to make. Is it going to be a scarf? Is it going to be a hat? Maybe a wall hanging? Whatever it is, I just have fun. And I'm very spontaneous. I don't have what we would call a pattern. I actually make up my crochet patterns as I'm going. And who knows what it's going to turn out to be. But I call it the art of imperfection.
I'm inspired by big art. Large, bold, vibrant colors that just shout. And I look at them and I think, I should be able to do that. And I go home and I get out my colors and I start throwing them on the canvas, and then I have to start all over again because I've made a mess. And it's layering and layering and layering, and I come up with bold, brilliant colors that speak to me. I wanted to make it look like maybe a fence or a wall with flowers growing in front of it. And I just couldn't ever start the flower. You know, I borrowed a palette knife from my friend and I practiced, and well, those look like crap. I printed pictures of flowers, I looked at flowers, I have flowers, and they're just, so then I just added more turquoise, and the rust is a reactive paint. I thought, okay, go with what you like and what you know and quit trying to mess with something else. So I do like it, and I like all the colors. So, you know, there's copper leaf in here a little bit, and this is pink that actually rusts, and this is copper pink that actually patinas plus some chalk paint. And so I use what I have. I don't go out and buy any new stuff. I use what I have, but I have a lot of odds and ends.
I'm Gina Corkery, and I'm one of the artists here at the New Moon Art Gallery. I absolutely love painting. I love creating, and I can just get lost in the work. I can do hours and hours, and it's the process that I love. It's color mixing, it's form, it's what comes about. I stand back and look at it, and it's like, sometimes I think some altered person did it. You know, it's more like a meditative state for me. So I just absolutely love the privilege to be able to create. So this is Floral Whispers, and it's a mixed media piece. It's multi-layered, so it has a little bit of a sheen in some spots if you look at it. It's just about the delight of flowers and how they bloom.
I work in metal. I do a lot of welding, and I started working in metal just about 10 years ago. I've done pottery before, I've done fabric, I've done jewelry, I've done a lot of the mediums through the years, but I'm really excited to be welding. It's really fun. I've collected rusty, old metal all my life, and so I have a whole shed full of stuff. A lot of it came from my grandparents' farm in Montana. And I pick up stuff, and I just go out and look through my stuff and get a pile and just put stuff together. I rarely actually draw anything out or figure things out before I decide to make them. So I have fun with it, and I play a lot. And I actually have found pieces of metal that's roofing, that's painted. And the tools that I use are a welder. It's a electric feed welder. And then I also use a plasma cutter. A lot of these wings and stuff It's like cutting butter with a plasma cutter, so it's really fun to do that. But I use the welder as a glue. It's my glue. And then I also do textures and different things with the welder. So I just play with it. That's all I do. I have fun. And I hope people have fun with the stuff that I do. I do a lot of big pieces for out in the yards too. So I do all sizes.
My name is Larry Kieser. I've been a member of New Moon Gallery for probably going on 3 years, 2.5 years. I had absolutely no background in making art of any kind during my working life. I was a physician assistant for almost 40 years. As far as the creative process, that's an easy question for me to answer. I had essentially no manual skills of any kind other than doing heart surgery. And that has actually helped me, I think, the fine hand-eye coordination that comes from that, you never lose it. But as far as woodworking skills, I had essentially none, so I don't really consider myself a woodworker. I've always had an artistic sensibility, and so for me, the most interesting part of the process is definitely the design that comes from my mind. What comes from my hands, if you look closely at my pieces, is really pretty basic as far as woodworking skills. Most of what I do is by hand or with small tools. I don't have the room, for one thing, or the skill using large power tools like people would make fine furniture. So mostly what I do is visualize something and then make it happen. And I realizing my own limitations, I try to visualize things that are really in detail, not going to require a lot of manual woodworking skills. So I research nice. I love beautiful wood. I like the look of wood of all different kinds, the grain and the feel. Everything that you see here is natural color. I don't use any stains. I use a variety of finishes to maybe make something glossy or shiny, but mostly I use just waxes and natural finish, and I try to let the piece of wood speak for itself. That's my process. To me, it's all about design. The actual fabrication is relatively simple for me.
All right, we want to thank every artist who took the time to show us their work and their efforts at the New Moon Art Gallery. If you go into the store, it is open, and you can go check out a lot of these pieces for yourself, and a lot of them are for sale. Just a quick note about bidding this evening. We are working on getting the bidding function correct. There's just one little more piece we got to do real quick, and then we will be all set for you to bid away. Thank you so much for all the questions about it. We're very grateful, and we hope you're able to hear us. But tonight, we have the opportunity to be joined by one of the artists as well, who also shows and who sells their art over at the New Moon Art Gallery, Linda Malcolm. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We're so glad to have you. Okay, we have a question for you tonight. Would you be willing to tell us about your favorite part of the process? Here you go.
Of course. Well, I think probably the most exciting moment is when I get the idea of what I want to do. It becomes such a strong motivation that I really can't think about anything else that I'm wanting to do. And I'm easily distracted off onto something else. So I work hard to stay focused. So for me, it builds sort of a passion. During the work, I often work very tedious detail, which I find very calming. And then at the end, of course, I'm very happy when the piece is finally finished. But at that point, I really lose interest in it. My whole thing about being an artist is all to do with the creation of it. And once it's created, then it moves on, and I move on the other way on to something else.
And one of the things that I appreciate the most about your work is just so like, for instance, you have the dolls that you make, and they're multiple colors, multiple patterns, and they're just very unique. Can you tell us a little bit more about like the dolls and what type of things you do?
Well, I do a lot of different things. Right now I'm working more with pen and ink and pastel, doing large pieces, but I was doing small things like these little pocket gremlins, and they start off as felt that I either crochet or I felt an old sweater and cut them up, and then I use different embellishments to embellish them, I guess I could say. And I work usually in a group of about 5 or 6 at a time, and they'll all be similar. And then the next group gets the next inspiration. So that's why you'll see variations of monster rabbits, my latest goblins, a whole bunch of cats. And we're just waiting to see what the next inspiration is going to be, because I do need to be making more.
Thank you so much for joining us, Linda. Yeah, thank you. This is the point where you at home clap your hands and you say, yeah, thank you, Linda. We're so grateful for you. Okay. We have just a couple notes about, yes. Yep. We will. We're working within a very small space, so thanks for your patience. All right. We've got something very special for you right now. We have got a fashion show that we are very excited to show you, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then we're going to have a demonstration following that. So here is a quick view of our fashion show. Wasn't that a lot of fun? That was a lot of fun. It was cool to be in the space and to get to meet everyone and to see everything. Just a couple of notes on that. All of those clothes were made by tonight's artists, some of whom you've met. I believe Vicky did some of the distressed flannels. Michelle, who you're going to meet here in a second, did some of the hats and some of the necklaces, some of the scarves as well that folks were wearing. And all of those pieces are for sale. So if you go to the store, you can actually go and purchase any of those pieces. So if there was something that really caught your eye, if there was a shirt that you liked, you can go in and you can buy all of those things right now. Now here's the fun part about this. We're actually going to do a live demonstration of some of the clothes that we have right now. So I want to welcome up my two friends with me. These are also artists who are artists at the New Moon Art Gallery. Thank you both for joining me this evening. We have Gina and we have Michelle, and they are going to show us some of their clothes that they have on, and then they're going to show us how to wear them. So take it away.
Well, first of all, thanks to all the thank you to all of the artists that participated in the fashion show. I know that some of them, it was out of their comfort zone, that's for sure, and I thought they did a great job. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about winter scarves and the different ways that you can wear them. What I'm wearing right now is a felted scarf with my embellishments, and everybody that knows me knows that I'm the embellishment queen, and that's what I do. I like to use a lot of old buttons, sometimes handmade buttons like the one you see in the center. This scarf is very warm and comfortable, and it's wet felted. I can't talk with this mess. Wet felted. Okay. And the hat that you see is also a felted hat. There's a lot of work that goes into felting. You start with little tiny pieces of fiber, and you work with it, and you soak it, and you throw it down, and you roll it, and it's fun, but there's a lot of work to it. But at the end result, you end up with either a hat or a scarf or even a wall hanging. Now, I'm going to show you different ways that this scarf can be worn. I'm going to have you hold this for me. I can't do both. So to start with, this is all done in felt.
And you want to keep the microphone nice and close to your mouth so we can hear.
Okay. And as you can see right now, she's wearing this one straight ahead. I want to look like that so you can see it.
We're going to make sure you can hear.
So this is when it's worn just straight down. And then another way is to turn it around. And this is when you're really cold and you want to be warm. And this is soft. So it's not scratchy at all. I just have to find the right spot. Where did it go? Where did it was? Oh, no. There it is. Okay. So you start here, and you just want to go. Now, this is if you want to have it sort of tight around your neck. And you're going to turn it around, and you're moving forward so you can see it. See how that's just straight down? Okay. Another way is turning it the other side. I need you to look straight ahead so you can see it turned. So I have embellishments on both sides. And then this can be turned this way, so you can have like a little neck piece. Or another way is if you don't want it real tight, you bring it close down and then over your shoulder. And then there's little buttons here. Let's see if I can turn it. And you button right here. And turn that down. And that's a whole other way. So as you can see, there's different ways of wearing these scarves, and I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy seeing people wearing it. And now we're going to bring Julie over, and she's also wearing an infinity scarf. And as you can see, she has this one wrapped around. It's nice and warm. There's also a lot of vintage buttons, and anywhere you turn, you can find some embellishments. Thank you.
And usually I'm claustrophobic, but it actually isn't too bad. It's kind of keeping my neck warm. So I'm loving it. Come this way, come this way. We need to squish in a little bit. So I wanted to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and just wanted to share a little bit about the Live Local INW campaign. As president of the Garland Business District, I was asked if the Garland District would like to be a business partnership with Live Local, and we jumped on it. I think this campaign is an awesome way for us as small business owners to come together, support one another, but it's giving us an opportunity to get our businesses and our products out there to the general public in a way that many of us haven't done before. A lot of small businesses have had challenges with using the internet, uploading and using online avenues for promoting our products. And so in the beginning, when we first had the push for Live Local, we had about 400 businesses that had signed up in the directory and started putting product on. And then we now are, I think, just at or a little over 600 small businesses that are located within the City of Spokane limits. Right now, the criteria is that you need to be a small business owner within the city limits. We are hoping to branch out so that it'll be Spokane County as well. And so we're working on that. So if you're interested, go out and look at Live Local INW online. The directory is broken out by neighborhoods. It also, when you list your business, you can categorize it if it's women-owned or if it's minority-owned, or there's several veterans. So there's several different ways that you can categorize your business, and then you can also categorize by the neighborhood that you're in. We have seen small businesses already that have had an increase in new customers and in sales. Parish and Grove, I think, is the one. They've reported that they've seen a 20% increase in their sales. And another one of the businesses said that she's received 42 new customers just since she's been listed on the Live Local website. And this is free to small businesses. So this is your opportunity to get out there and get noticed and be able to sell products online. With everything going on with COVID, and I do have my mask, I just took it off. This is a chance for you to be able to reach people that aren't able to come into your store right now, or if you're working from home. So use it. You've got to have a city business license and live or have your business within the city limits, and you can add it. Also, just a couple other little things real quick. The numbers tallied say that we have over 7,300 visits to the website so far, and we've had over 43,000 page views that people have actually gone and checked out people's pages. So our TV ad that has been running has had over 87,000 views, and so we're getting noticed. And I just want to thank all of the Live Local team members that have been working on this, and just a couple other things that they've done. They have had business consulting webinars that people could sign up for, and they've had some one-on-one business consulting. So this has been a huge favor for all of us small business owners, and I want to thank the City of Spokane for granting the money, and thank you for the CARES Act grant. So anyway, if you're a small business owner and you're watching this tonight and you're not familiar with Live Local, go out there and check out the website, and also check out SEMBA. SEMBA is the Small Independent Business Metro Association, and it's another way to support your business. And during this adversity, we need to stick together and we need to support one another. And that means SEMBA, the IMBA, Live Local. Let's work together and we'll get through these times.
Absolutely. Thank you, Live Local.
I forgot the grants.
Do you want to add anything about the grants? Yeah, please, yes.
Sorry. Okay, I'll just keep talking. I forgot, and this is like really important too. I was asked to be one of the committee members for the grants that the Live Local team just recently granted, and so there were some criteria for it, and we were able to grant $60,000 to small businesses that they put in their grant requests to work with other small businesses so that they were partnering up with somebody. It had to be COVID related and helping like a nonprofit or helping somebody that was affected by COVID. So very exciting to see all of the partnership between businesses. We also granted $20,000 to people who had submitted their requests for marketing type of grants. And there again, it had to be COVID related. So that's $80,000 that went to small businesses. And so that's huge. So I shouldn't have forgot that. But anyway, thank you.
No, that's important information. And for those of you who don't know, tonight is funded by Live Local and the Live Local campaign. And we're so thankful for their support. And if you also didn't know, the New Moon Art Gallery is also is a participant of Live Local as well. So if you go to that website, you can see all of their information listed below as well, and they're included in that. So truly, if you are shopping and if you are going through the Live Local experience, the New Moon Art Gallery is definitely a part of that. Again, we are just so thankful for you joining us this evening and for watching and your commenting and for everything. We're very, very grateful. And now we get to go to a very fun part of the evening. But before we do that, we want to encourage you again to click the link below, go and check out some of the auction items. You now can bid, and you can check out whatever you'd like. There's some really good pieces on there. Some of the pieces that we showed in the video earlier are also a part of the auction today. And again, everything that you've seen thus far, the clothes, the artwork, all of it is available and for sale at the New Moon Art Gallery right off of Sprague, down Sprague. So please go check it out. Okay. Oh, great! Just in time for Christmas. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. What are the hours? 12 to 5. Okay. And oh, come here, Michelle. This is the woman with all the information.
Well, the address is 1326 East Sprague, and Eco Depot is also a part of our building. We're there in the back and we're in the front. Thank you, Bruce. He's the one that found this wonderful space for us, and we just love being in the Sprague Union District. It's a great area. It's up and coming. If you haven't gone to that area, it's really amazing. There's all kinds of stores all over the area.
Michelle, we're gonna bring up Michelle again a little bit later to help close this out. But we are at a very important, very fun, and very important part of the art gallery experience. We have some performances for you this evening. We've got 3 artists who came together to join to showcase their talents with us this evening. Excuse me. So we have Posey Callan, who'll be playing the violin. We have Kathleen Kinney, who'll be playing the harp. And then we have Christopher, who'll be dancing for us this evening, Christopher Lamb. So, all right, we hope you enjoy. Sit back if you have a beverage of your choice. If you want to relax, this is a good time too. And we hope that you enjoy tonight's performance section. So here we go.
My belly's been underwater, underwater. Engine stilled, adrift at sea, no land in sight, or so it seems. There's a lamppost on the brim of the ocean. It's been telling me. Sometimes I see it clear to sew my seams. There's a lamppost on the brim of the water. It says, it's been done before, it's been done before. These wings are made to fly. To fly. To fly. To fly. Take me to pieces. Didn't matter anything I could say, wasn't enough to make you stay. I don't know what I did, I just know it's broken, and I can't fix it. That's why they call it out of commission. But did they tell you? Did they tell you I'm a winged ignition? No, they didn't warn you that I could. My belly's been, after all the sadness, underwater. I'm breaking through. There's a lamppost like a silver shot on the rim of a cloud's lining. When I wake up to the life I'm living with you and me, when I let go of the way things were supposed to be, when I let go of the way things were supposed to be, when I let go of the way things were supposed to be, I fly. I fly. I fly.
How was that? That was pretty phenomenal, wouldn't you say so? We just want to thank this is again is the time where you at home give a furious round of applause to every single performer. We are just so thankful for your time. Thank you so much, Posey. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Kathleen, for organizing everything. I believe these videos they will have on their own sites in the near future, so you can go back and watch all of these pieces. They are just phenomenal, and they were performed live just for you. These were exclusive performances, so please go check out their whether it's their websites or social media handles or whatever ways you can support them. Go and do so today. So thank you so much. Make sure you thank them in the comments below. Give them a nice round of applause. And you know what? We have come to the last part of our evening. That was the last part of our evening. We are so grateful. And so I want to ask my friends who have joined me here this evening.
This is who we need to thank right here. You don't know what he had to go through to get this going for us. Short notice, too.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Here, come. Let's be in the let's see your beautiful faces, or your masked faces. Back in November, I got a call and did a meeting with everybody, and we wanted to see what was the best way to help showcase not only the work that the gallery's doing, but also the work that the artists are doing, and then just take time for folks to get to know y'all a little bit more and the work that you do, and to see more of what y'all have. And so, and
we learned so much.
And in typical fashion, the camera would die right now. Give me 2 seconds, and you will see our beautiful faces again. Hold on, 2 seconds. In the meantime, I'll tell you a funny joke. Oh, goodness. I guess it's not a real show if technology doesn't work with you, right? All right, 2 seconds.
Gina, can you give me a lift back to the moon to get my car? She doesn't have a car. Okay, drop me off, and I will be right back out of Jungle.
You're, there we go. Again, it wouldn't be a live show without it. I would also say that that's the justification for wine at this point, right? It's a little bit of encouragement. But sincerely, we want to thank you. We want to thank Michelle. We want to thank Gina. We want to thank Linda. We want to thank Chuck, Larry, Alice, Carol, Carrie, who? Vicky. We want to thank Carlene. And who else? Oh, Sister Betty. Oh my gosh, Sister Betty, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who helped with just kind of make tonight possible. We want to thank Live Local. We want to thank 9 Bar and Bistro for allowing us to be in this space tonight. It's a wonderful space. And we want to thank you for watching us this evening and for joining us. So again, the gallery will be open Monday,
Tuesday, and Wednesday. We are closed on Christmas Eve, and we're there from 12 until 5.
And everything that you saw tonight, again, all the clothes in the fashion show, all of the paintings, everything is available there on Monday. Come Monday. So, all right. I think that's what we have for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, you two. Thank you all so much for joining us at home. We will see you very soon. Go stop by the gallery. We'll have a great night. Thank you.